Theater STL presents July 31st in theater history.
The original Broadway production of Brigadoon closed on July 31, 1948, at the Ziegfeld Theater. Alan J. Lerner and Frederick Loew's romantic musical followed two Americans who discover a mysterious Scottish village. David Brooks and Marion Bell led the original company. The production completed a successful run of 581 performances.
Judy Garland opened at home at the Palace on Broadway on July 31st, 1967. The concert engagement returned Garland to the Palace Theater, where she had made a legendary comeback in 1951. She performed with her children Lorna and Joey Luft. The special engagement ran through August 26th.
Avenue Q opened on Broadway on July 31, 2003, at the Golden Theater. Robert Lopez and Jeff Marks wrote the score, with a book by Jeff Whitty. The musical used people and puppets to explore the uncertain transition into adulthood. Avenue Q later won Tony Awards for Best Musical, Best Score, and Best Book.
Between Riverside and Crazy opened in its world premiere production on July 31st, 2014, at Atlantic Theater Company. Stephen Adly Guirgis' play centered on a retired police officer fighting to keep his rent-controlled apartment. Stephen McKinley Henderson led the cast under Austin Pendleton's direction. The play went on to win the Pulitzer Prize for Drama.
Cats returned to Broadway in a new revival on July 31, 2016, at the Neil Simon Theater. Leona Lewis starred as Grizabella in Andrew Lloyd Webber's long-running musical. The production retained much of the familiar staging while adding new choreography by Andy Blankenbuehler. The revival introduced a new generation to the Jellicle Ball.
A musical adaptation of Twelfth Night officially opened at the Delacorte Theater on July 31st, 2018. Kwame Kwei-Armah and Shana Taub conceived the Shakespeare in the Park production. Oscar Eustis and Kwei-Armah directed, with choreography by Lauren Lataro. The company blended professional performers with community members from across New York City.
Rinse. Repeat opened in its world premiere off-Broadway production on July 31, 2019. Domenica Farad wrote the play and starred as a young woman returning home after treatment for an eating disorder. Kate Hopkins directed the production at the Pershing Square Signature Center. The drama explored recovery, family pressure, and the difficulty of changing familiar patterns.
Peter Nichols was born on July 31st, 1927. The British playwright made his Broadway debut with A Day in the Death of Joe Egg. The dark comedy drew from Nichols' experience raising a severely disabled daughter. His other plays included The National Health, Passion Play, and Privates on Parade.
Sab Shimono was born on July 31, 1943. He originated the role of Manjiro in Stephen Sondheim's Pacific Overtures on Broadway. Shimono returned to the musical in the 2004 revival as Lord Abe. His other Broadway credits include Mamie and Lovely Ladies, Kind Gentlemen.
Richard Griffiths was born on July 31st, 1947. The acclaimed British actor won a Tony Award for playing Hector in The History Boys. He later appeared on Broadway opposite Daniel Radcliffe in Equus. Griffiths brought warmth, authority, and formidable comic timing to his stage performances. For more like, share and follow Theater STL.